Hi Flosstube, long time no see. I'm Stephanie, the Agass Crafter, and this is Flosstube number 23, I believe. It's been several weeks since my last update, and I blame a lot of that on the fact that we started school. I'm a homeschooling mom of 5, and so starting school is kind of a big deal. But it's going well, the kids are doing great. I would be lying if I said that depression didn't also play a part in my absence, but I feel like I'm kind of on the upswing and things are going well. And I've been promising, okay, I'm gonna do an update, I really need to do an update, and so here I am. Since it's been so long, I really don't remember everything that I've worked on since my last video. So I thought that I would jump back into Flosstube with a WIP Parade. So I'm just going to show all of my projects because I don't remember which ones I worked on. And I'm just going to dive right into it because I've only got like half an hour of battery on my camera. So the main project I have been working on is my Saxon Transylvania band sampler. And this is what I've got so far. Last night I finished this band right here. I believe since the last time I showed this, I've also finished this band. I've got a lot done. I mentioned in my last video that I was doing daily BAP stitch. So this is my big ambitious project, and my goal was to work on it every day. I haven't worked on it every single day, but just having that goal has been enough to get me working on it really consistently. And this is the result, and it's coming along really, really well. So where I'm going to go from here is I want to finish this band. And then I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to move on to the next band or if I want to, while I've got the project right here on my ghetto scroll frame, if I want to go ahead and move on to the Yield band sampler, which is going right next to it. I think that's probably what I'll do because I don't want to have to roll back and forth, switching back and forth between the band samplers. So I think once I finish this band here, I'm going to move on to Ye Old band sampler. And let me show the pictures of those. As you can see, I'm filming outside because I put my baby down for a nap and he doesn't want to be napping, and so I thought that you would enjoy the sounds of the outside rather than him complaining that he doesn't want to be sleeping. So let's see. This is the Saxon band sampler, or Saxon Transylvania band sampler, and this is where I am. This tiny little bit up here. I still have quite a ways to go. And next to it will be Ye Old band sampler, which is very similar but different. I'm toying with the idea of making this one in a different colorway. Obviously I'm doing Saxon Transylvania in greens, and I've been thinking about doing Ye Old in like dark reds, but I'm not 100% certain on that, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I have all of my cross-stitch projects in my great big bag that I made a while back, and they're just all stacked in there in their project bags. Lots of fun. Okay, in this bag I have Flowers on White Chair. This is my my dimensions kit. It's my oldest WIP, and it does not want to go back in. I'm fairly certain I haven't worked on this since the last time I showed it, but this is where I am on Roses on White Chair. This piece is very me, just soft and kind of elegant, a little bit little old and dusty looking, like the white chair is nowhere close to actually being white, but just kind of a old charm, and I just really like this piece. But I almost never work on it. Go figure. I'll just stack my projects on the ground. This piece, or in here I have two projects maybe. No, one project and some extra fabric. Okay. This is While Lilies Flourish. This, as well as the band samplers, I designed and available in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. So that's what that one will look like. Beautiful project bag. Thanks to Jennifer Upton for the fabric. And here is my progress. I'm fairly certain I haven't worked on this one since the last time I filmed a video, but it's still quite pretty. I really want to get back to, I don't know, almost all of my projects, but I've got so many at this point that, like, there are ones that I focus on, and then I feel like I don't have time to work on some of the other ones that I really want to, so I've got to figure something out for that. In this lovely project bag, I have two projects, one of which is a new start. So this is Medieval Motives, another piece that I designed and is available in my Etsy shop. I really feel like I have to be rushing, and I apologize for that, but I don't want the battery to cut out. And here's what I have so far on Medieval Motives. Again, this is one I don't think that I have worked on since the last time I filmed, but I love it nonetheless. I like these sort of old world, very geometric style pieces. I think they're just really fascinating and really neat and fun to work on. Okay, the other piece that I have in here, this is a new start. I'm not going to take it out. Well, no, yes I am. Okay. So this is a pattern by Thistles. It's called The Cabinet, and it's done in, you stitch the 5 shelves and the star separately and then put it together into this, there's a bee buzzing by the camera. You can probably hear that. Maybe or maybe not. Anyway, and then you sew it together into this little cabinet piece, and I just thought that was so fun. I believe that this was this was gifted to me by Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, a while back, and I have finally been able to start that. Okay, so I got this beautiful fabric. Oh, I just put away what it is. This is 32 count vintage Sahara Belfast linen, and it's got this really pretty, very subtle modeling. And lo and behold, when I started, I assumed that the modeling was on both sides, and it's not. So I started the first shelf of the cabinet on the wrong side of the fabric. So this side does not or this one is not going to have the beautiful mottling, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it around for the other shelves, or I don't know, it's a small start. I can probably, I don't want to, but I could unpick it and stitch it on the correct side, because I really do like this subtle mottled effect, but I hate unpicking. But yeah, that's the first 2.5 books on the very top shelf of the cabinet. And that is my new, well, one of my new starts since the last time I filmed. I hope I'm doing okay for time. Alright, this one I know is my dolphin sketch. Picture I drew in high school, converted to cross-stitch pattern using pick2pat.com. I have one page completed and I'm working on the next page up. I decided to go ahead and just take out all of the gridding. I didn't like it. So we'll see how I do without any gridding. Anyway, that's how this one is looking. This is another one. I really love this piece, and I would love to see it finished and hanging on my wall someday. I'll get there eventually. Too many projects, not enough time. Okay, this one. Alright, I have 2 in here, and they're both in books. Let's see. The first one is from Brenda Kay's Traditional Samplers, and it is Bird's Sampler. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this sampler. Yet again, one that I really want to get back to and make some progress on soon, hopefully. But I have completed the center motif of these birds and the plant that they're on. Isn't it just so beautiful? This was my first foray into 32 count. 32 or 36? 30-something count. Lambswool Jobelin, but it was my first experience with anything that was not 28 count or 14 count, if I'm remembering correctly. And I love that one. It does not want to fold properly, and that's okay. Okay, the other piece in this lovely bag is from Reader's Digest, Big Book of Cross-Stitch Designs. And it is the, my bookmark so it doesn't fall, Grand House sampler that I really like. And I have completely finished the, I'm going to be up and down for this whole video in case that wasn't clear. But I've completely finished the center except for putting our name and the date of our wedding in here. So all I need to do is fill in this part. This is going to be our wedding sampler. So it'll have last name and the year we were married. And then there's a border of like vines and plants. Maybe grapes or flowers, I don't know, I'd have to look more closely, but I feel so disorganized. But I thought I'm never going to make a video if I sit there and think about all the details and everything that I need to do and try to figure out everything that I've worked on since the last time, and it was just too overwhelming, so I thought I'm showing everything. This is what you get. Next. Okay, there are several in this one. This is a project bag I made using Vanna's tutorial, except I have a snap instead of Velcro. one. This is my seasonal samplers. Let's see. Just go in the order that they're in. I have my wintertime sampler. I know that I pulled this out just in the last couple of days and drew this border out a little further. I am so excited to get to these birds. I love cardinals, and I don't know, I feel like for how simple they are, I did a pretty good job with the coloring and making them look pretty realistic for being so simplistic. So I'm excited to eventually get to the point where I can work on those. I have Autumn Time Sampler, and that's this one. And here's where I have gotten an Autumn Time Sampler. Love the colors on this one. Autumn is my favorite season, so really enjoy that. I'm going to have to go back and organize all of these after the video. And I have Summertime Sampler, my hummingbird and the sunflowers, and I've just been working on the, I don't know that I've worked on this one since my last video, but just going around the border on that one. In here I also have my Springtime Sampler, but it is completed, and I'm pretty sure that I showed the completion of that. You know, if I didn't, and just even if I did, it's so cute. Look how cute that is. Very cute. So that one is completely done. I need to finish it into a pillow or something so I can take a picture of it and put it on my Etsy store. It's available to be purchased, but you only see the preview and not the actual what it looks like stitched up. Okay, this beautiful birds and music has Pokemon ABCs and Minecraft ABCs in it. So here's the Minecraft ABC pattern, and I have this much done. I think I showed this far in my last video, but if I didn't, I got that creeper and I finished outlining the diamond. Some fuzzies on there. Super cute. I don't play Minecraft, but my kids do, and they like this piece. In, go in, thank you very much. Okay. And the other piece I have in here is Pokemon ABCs. I do play Pokemon. I play Pokemon Go. Gets me out of the house. Gets me on walks. It's fun. And I have 2.5 motifs done on here. I need to, I don't know if maybe I'm just going to go ahead and outline all of the Pokemon and then fill them in, or if I want to keep doing them one at a time completely. But anyway, I've got Ivysaur now. Oh, I feel like I'm just rush. I hope that you're seeing my pieces okay and I'm not going too fast or anything. I love this project bag. Very pretty with the blue and gray and purple. What do I have in here? I have... So this was a freebie from With Thy Needle and Thread, and I completed it and designed a piece to go with it. And I've changed it a little bit as I've stitched it up. This one isn't available to sell, but I think that I really want to put my little scarecrow into another pattern that would be available to sell, because how could I not? He's adorable. I love this little guy. He's so cute. Isn't he cute? And of course I don't remember the colors that I've used, because I put them all away, but I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to figure out. So anyway, this is my scarecrow, and it'll have the second half of the alphabet and a border. And I love him, and he's adorable. Next, this lovely bag. I don't even remember what's in here. What is in here? Ah! In here I have my seasonal houses from Brooks Books. I have spring and summer. So this is Spring House from A House for All Seasons by Brooks Books. I'm going to link as much as possible all of the projects that I have down below. I know that I haven't been saying everything that they are, and I apologize. Bad Flosstuber. Naughty. Okay, so this is where I'm at on Spring House. So cute. I love the little bird. I'm trying to remember what I have. Let's see, I finished the birdhouse because there was a piece that that I hadn't done, and I got the trunk. Oh, squirrel! So cute. There's a squirrel. And yeah, so Spring House by Brooks Books. Also in here I have Summer House. I've printed out the patterns for autumn and winter, but I haven't started stitching on them yet. And yeah, I've been working on getting the tree started up here, bringing out the fence. Haven't worked on this one in a while, I think. But it's going to be beautiful. Okay, so that's what I've got in that bag. We are getting down to the end. Okay, half-size bag. This is another new start. I designed this tiny little Quaker pattern, and I'm not going to show it because I didn't print out what it's going to look like, but it's tiny. This is the border, and then there's going to be a plant with some leaves. I mean, well, yeah, leaves, but some birds in here. And it is so tiny. It's supposed to be square. This is not very evenly woven. It's a dinner napkin, and I think it's supposed to be for embroidering on. I got it at Joann's, and I thought, hey, I can probably stitch on that 1 over 2, and that's what I'm doing. But as I've stitched, I've noticed, yep, definitely not square. That's okay, it's still going to be really cute. It's so tiny. Actually, let me get in so you can see a little bit more detail. Isn't that so cute? Okay. I'm really trying to rush here. Take a peek and see how I am on time. Okay. I've got less than 10 minutes. I'm on a roll. Okay, my baking bag. Funny, I don't really even use butter and rarely use white sugar, but I love the bag. It's cute. All right, I have my Ink Circles chalkboard mandala. And I know that I haven't worked on this one in quite a while, but I'm going to show it anyway. I went ahead and bought some fabric for, because I'm going to do this twice, once in this colorway and once kind of as a blue and gray and more icy, so it'll be fire and ice. So I bought the fabric for it, but I didn't grab it because it's not one of my WIPs yet. So that's what I've got. I still need to go around the outside. And there's another project in here, right? Yes. I'm not even going to take this one out of the bag either. Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel Ornament from Brooks Books. Yes. And the last time I worked on this, I filled in these flowers, and I think they're just beautiful. I haven't done the beads yet. I'm going to wait to do the beads until I've done the whole rest of the piece. Alright, what else? My patriotic bag. When I bought this fabric, it was to make one specific project bag, and I asked for 1/2 yard, and the man misunderstood me and cut me 1.5 yards. So I have a lot of this fabric, so I made another bag out of it. Okay, so in here I have my fanciful birds. I've got one done, and I need to do the other one. This was from a library book. I don't remember what it was called. In here I also have, I know I haven't worked on this one, Blackwork Tangram. This is a free stitch along from Lakeside Needlecraft. I think I said that right. And I haven't worked on it in ages. And I really want to. I need to get this. See, every time I go through and look at all of my projects, I'm just like, oh, I need to get this out again. And oh, I really want to work on this. And I'm not good at getting out and touching all of them. Anyway. Last one. Little bag that I got from Joann's. And this is Country Cottage Needleworks Welcome Home. And this is the one that I'm stitching on very uneven weave. And my house is short and squat and cute. And I've got some flowers that I've added that are supposed to be circles, and they're not. But this one's going to be turning out so cute when it's done, even when it is short and squat. So, okay, that's all my whips. I did it! Plans. I'm going to stitch what I want when I want. I will continue working on my Saxon band samplers. I've got a Biscornu that I'm working on for the current swap, and it is one color. You choose one color and you stitch the entire Biscornu in that color. And it's not a secret swap, so my swap partner knows that I have her, and so I'm not showing it here. And I got the Decisions Roulette app and put all of my projects on there, and I spin it almost every day, but I don't always work on what it says. It's more like, if I feel like it, which one should I work on if I feel like doing what it says I'm going to do. And, you know, I've done a few that way, but I'm not looking to it as the be-all and end-all. It says stitch that, so stitch that. But anyway, yeah, my plans are just to keep stitching, keep schooling my kids. I have craft night tonight, and I'm going to make some cute little wooden block with Mod Podge and vinyl and fun stuff like that for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm just going to end it there because my battery's running low, and I did it! I filmed a Flosstube! Yay! Like and subscribe if you want to, and happy stitching! Bye.